Hi Taurus, welcome to your video for June 2017. Welcome to my subscribers, and welcome to anyone new who has found their way here for whatever reason, possibly guided, hopefully. Excuse me. I just want to thank you all. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Thank you for sharing this video with your loved ones, or many times, not many times, but sometimes there may not be a message for you. However, you recognize the message regarding someone you love. So in that case, I do ask, if your loved one is open to it, share it with them, because sometimes messages, or even the way spirit works, they could be working through me to you, and then you to them. So I thank you for that. Okay, we are going to get right into your reading, Taurus. So we're going to do 5 cards. We're going to base it in love, and then we will build up from there. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do another layer. And by the way, all these cards are pre-shuffled. I just like to shuffle. Once I hit record, add a couple more shuffles in there. It's weird. I just heard someone is buying. Okay, you are purchasing a horse, and I feel like you're purchasing this horse because someone that you care about. I feel like it's a friend, not so much like a lover, that kind of thing. I feel like they are having some financial troubles right now, and your way of helping is to, well, I feel like you're saving this horse. So thank you. And maybe that's what the message is about. A thank you from the universe. Very strange message, but nonetheless. I do feel like this horse may have some medical issues, and that is one of the reasons why this person has to, well, let this horse go, but I also feel like she's letting a lot of her livestock go. It's like, listen, she may be putting her farm up for sale, but it's all around financial issues. None of this is because she wants to. So you're really stepping forward for her. Evidently it's a her. So again, thank you. Okay, let's get started here. Make sure you guys can see. Bring it down just a hair more. There we go. Okay, Taurus, here we go. Queen of Air. Front and center. The World. Beautiful. Sits at your feet. 10 of Air. 10 of Swords. Good news is this is in the past. Recent past. 2 of Waters. Sits above you. Balance in the near future. Okay, let's look at this layer real quick and see what we have here. Well, I feel like starting here for some reason. Ten of Swords. Very, very tough energy. You know, this is depicted as, not in this card, but normally depicted with 10 swords in someone's back. They're laying on the ground, and the image is that feeling that of surrender, of, you know, you got me, I can't take it anymore. However, in that card, you also will notice that his head is, his body is flat, he's got these swords in him, but his head is still lifted. So he's still looking, you know, looking outward. Now, normally when you get this card, it means that you've been having a tough time, and I know you guys have. I'm Earth also, and I know, you know, it has not been that easy, but I feel like a lot of our hardships have come more from like planetary placements than anything, you know, or, you know, like when Venus was in retrograde in May, you know, you very easily could have said things, done things that normally you wouldn't do. You know, when Venus is direct, you would take a second, you know, you would take a second and look at that text right before you send it, and probably change your mind. So when I'm talking about, you know, what the planets can do to us, they can do a lot, right? I mean, think about it. When things are going on in the sky, it causes major, you know, disruption here on Earth. You know, tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes, you name it. So if it can do that, you know, to, let's just say, like the Atlantic Ocean, how could it not affect us? How could it not? It has to. It has to touch us in some way. But with the negative also, there's a positive. So this is ending. And actually, I'm going to flip this right over because I'm curious. You have the card Flirt. So this is about your energy, okay, which is the complete opposite of this energy. This is about being lighthearted, playful, fun. This is the opposite. I can't move. I can't take it anymore. You know, how much more could the world possibly put upon my shoulders before I just break? It's that kind of feeling. But I want to remind you that every sword that's in your back is a lesson, an opportunity to learn a soul lesson. And listen, sometimes we have our most soul growth through the hardest of lessons. But it's in your recent past, and it's a 10. So this energy, you know what I feel, Taurus? I feel that in the beginning of June, what are we today? I think is what, the 5th? Excuse me. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but I feel like since the beginning of June, the energy has shifted. Things feel easier, so to speak. I've had some major electronical problems, though. You know, it's been crazy with my electronics, not just my camera and my computer, but also my TV, and I thought it was me. You know, it took me 8 tries to upload Sagittarius. It took me 5 tries to upload Scorpio. I think I have the problems fixed, but that's the kind of energy that I was feeling. Yet, I do feel June is, you know, it's like a new chapter. It's a new chapter. This hardship, these lessons, if we've learned them, if we claim them, you know, tell the universe, listen, if you learned a soul lesson, shout it to the universe. I've learned it. I don't need to repeat it again. Because once you can claim it, you don't have to repeat it. So, you know, then we have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords right in the middle. And she has that energy of, you know, if something's not serving her, she's going to cut it out, you know. She's going to use that sword and cut away the things that just aren't serving her any longer. You know, I feel the Queen of Swords is someone who is, she's independent. Now, this can be male or female, okay? But independent. And she's someone who takes time with decisions, doesn't rush in to make a decision. You know, she's very objective, realistic. You know, she tries to see things for what they are and not what she wishes they were. But yet at the same time, she can be very humorous. She can be very funny to be around. And I'm feeling like this is you. You know, I know this is not Earth, but that doesn't matter. I do feel like this is you because, you know, we have the Ten of Swords. And coming to an end. Well, how? Why? Well, part of it's from you. Part of it's because you are seeing things clearer now. Things are, you know, it's almost like an awakening. And for some of you, it's just, you know, you've made that decision to, no matter how much it hurts, to let things go if they're not serving you, to let people go who are not respecting you, you know, or using you, or whatever it may be. This is, I love the Queen of Swords because, you know, and we all carry that element with us. We carry all the elements. It just depends which one wants to come out and play that day. So I feel because this is in the present moment that a lot of you are starting to enjoy the energy that's coming. Let's see what's under this Queen. Hello. We have a soulmate. So for some of you, this could absolutely represent the Queen of Swords or King is a soulmate. It may even go a little deeper than that because below her, I have the World card. And, you know, the World card has a few different meanings. But the one thing it is, it's the end of a chapter. It's a closing of a chapter. So a new chapter can begin. You know, this is coming full circle. This can also be the coming back together. You know, sometimes I feel like soulmates, you know, and we have more than one soulmate. Even romantic. We have more than one romantic soulmate. Because the soulmate, we get together with the soulmate, because we're their soulmate too, to learn lessons, like deep soul lessons from each other. So sometimes you might meet your soulmate when you're young. You know, you're in school or you're in college, you know, whenever. And then two people go their separate ways. Because, you know, usually it's because you have this life plan. These are the things I need to accomplish. I want to accomplish. I want to go to college. You know, I want to do this. I want to travel. And your soulmate may have a completely different plan. Maybe they're going to medical school. And, you know, it's important what school they get in, which could be a completely different area than you're in, right? So for whatever the reason, there's separation. And many times it's meant to be. But it's usually then the coming back together. So now you both have life experiences and you're coming back together. So, you know, probably past life. Probably a past life relationship. Well, let's... Finances, career. Finances, career means that for some reason finances are factoring in your love life right now. Now, that doesn't have to be negative. It can be positive, especially with the world on top of it. So for some of you, this could absolutely be, listen, this could be you graduating from college and receiving that degree. That chapter's over, right? Now you're into the working world. For some of you, this could be your children leaving the home, going out to start their own lives. End of a chapter, right? And that's how you look at the World card. You know, it is a chapter that has been completed, which then allows the new chapter to begin. And I really feel that this is talking about this soulmate here. I do feel that you have been together before and now you're coming back together. You know, perhaps this Ten of Swords had something to do, because this is your past, remember that. So perhaps that was part of it. You know, perhaps you needed to go through these lessons before your soulmate came in, you know, for good. You needed to have these lessons under your belt because you were getting ready to end a chapter. Now, this could mean for those with the soulmate that, you know, your career is what separated the two of you back then. Yeah, and I felt that anyways, like two different paths, and both are important paths. But I do, you know, I see that coming back together again. And then we have the Two of Waters up here. Two Cups. I love the Two of Cups. This is about a relationship that's growing stronger and stronger. Now, usually this relationship is growing stronger because two people came up with a positive resolution to a conflict, whatever it may be. This reminds me of a video I did in May where some clients just had their partners go silent on them. I kind of feel like that in here. Let's see what's underneath it. Engagement. Oh. So a relationship that's grown closer. Well, maybe someone's going to be asking you to marry them, or maybe you are going to ask someone else. And it looks good if you are. I do feel like this Two of Cups is talking to two groups of people. The first group with the soulmate, the coming back together. And another group who are in committed relationships. You know, it doesn't have to be marriage, but there's commitment. And it feels like, you know, whatever this conflict was that kind of pulled you apart or made this partner go silent has finally come to a resolution. For some of you, it's like you may have written your partner a letter. You know, like I feel like there's someone who is saying, like, it didn't matter what I said, they can't hear me, they don't hear me. So you write it down, which is great, by the way. And then, you know, that's something Earth we do as Earth signs. But that's what I feel. I feel like you wrote down how you were feeling and how them pulling away instead of dealing with the conflict, they pulled away. And I feel like you wrote them a letter, and that letter allowed them to see your point of view without you having to be there. You know what I mean? Because I see them reading it over and over again. Not over and over, but I see them reading it a couple times. And it feels to me like the first time they read it, they completely misunderstand it. But then they read it again, and it starts to sink in. So I feel like your letter, or maybe this letter was given to you, but I feel like this kind of brought you back together. Could be an email, but it is not a text. It is not a phone call. Because it feels like something, it feels long, it feels pages, you know, a couple pages. So however that fits, but I am, you know, it's not a text. It's not a phone call. That I'm sure of, okay? I love this together. You know, it's, here's my soulmate. We're just getting closer and closer. And bam. Now they're asking me to marry him. Then you have balance over here. So balance is about just, you know, having your emotions in balance, in check. But it's also about knowing that sometimes we have to wait for perfect timing, universal timing. You know, it's like releasing the outcome and enjoying the journey. And what happens in the end will be the right thing. By the way, I feel like that is a big thing to learn. Release the outcome. You know, here where we have engagement, excuse me, you know, sometimes you do have to know the outcome. Like sometimes you do have to know, you know, okay, do you want children? I want children. You know, do you want to live in the city or the suburbs, you know? Not that that's a big deal, but things like that. You know, what's your religion? What's your beliefs? So things like that, it is best to know ahead of time. But it's still, you know, so they tell you, yes, I want 2 children. Well, so do I. Beautiful. Still release the outcome at that point and enjoy the journey. Let's see what's under balance, you know, because this is about perfect timing. Separation. So if I go right across here, I can very easily see that this is talking about that soulmate from years ago and the coming back together of them. But here's that separation. Because the timing wasn't right. I'm going to take another card on that. Because I feel like separation is talking about even more than that. Well, at the same time, though, you know, when you look at this card closely, you know, separation, everyone, you know, a lot of times we rush judgment and think that this is someone wanting to leave us, you know, or us wanting to leave another. But if you really look at this card, let me see if I can point it out. See, their hands are touching. He's got his hand over his heart. looking right at her. She's looking at him. These two people don't want to split. They don't want to separate. But something is forcing it. So for some, well, let's face it, for some, it could have been your finances and your career. Your career. For some, you could certainly be in the armed forces. You know, and you have, you know, it's just like, I have to go. For some, this is just your soulmate that you had to separate from. But it's almost like you knew you were coming back together, right? I mean, really, look at the love in that card. So it doesn't have to be negative. Okay, I want to do one more card on that. You know, it could certainly mean that there are some couples who are thinking of separating or who may separate in the future. But I'm not really seeing anything like that. But I do have to, you know, I want to add that in. Okay, so tell us more about this separation. Separation and balance. Separation and balance. Three of Earth. Excuse me. So it feels like work. It definitely feels like work is what is separating, is what causes the separation here. I feel like whoever this is, you know, whoever is, I feel like you're going away due to your work. Temporary. Okay, this is not a forever kind of thing. It's temporary. But I feel like you are the person who is leaving. I feel like... Okay, well, I have to tell you. I just heard... Okay, say it again. Okay, some are leaving for training camp. Leaving for a training camp. Sports related. Others, you know, the armed forces still applies, but there's others who are, I don't know if like this is a motivational speaker, or an artist, but I feel like they're going on a stage, you know, to perform whatever they perform, you know. So if it's a singer, you know, they're touring. Wow, it's weird. I'm picking up quite a few things. So I'm definitely picking up sports. And also I'm picking up something artistic. So whether, you know, again, whether it's traveling because you're a motivational speaker, or you're artistic and you are out showing the world, whether that's in a tour or what have you. The wheel, beautiful. Well, I feel like whatever this is, money is a big factor. So it was like almost impossible to say no to. I feel like they're going to be gone about 3 to 5 months. Yet there'll still be contact. there's still contact, but I don't see you or them, if this is you going away. I don't see you meeting up with them while they're doing their work. But still plenty of contact. Okay. All right, we're going to close that message for now. And let's see. Let's start doing some clarifiers here. Let's go right, you know what, let's go to the recent past. Flirt and the Ten of Swords. Flirt and the Ten of Swords. What other meanings do you have for us? Knight of Fire. Before I bring in the Knight of Fire, I just want to say there's a few of you, I feel like you've been trying to start something on your own. You've been trying to get something off the ground, and it has been very difficult. This could be a business, but there's definitely been difficulty around it. You know, one step forward, two steps back. Don't give up, though, okay? Don't give up, because I feel you are over the, you're over the hurdle. You're on your way now to everything starting to turn out right instead of turn out wrong. Okay, so if you are starting a business, don't give up. If you're just sitting at that point where, I don't know if I want to continue, I feel like I have to tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. Sometimes, you know, you may have, these swords may have been lessons to help you in the future, though they may have hurt at the time, but they'll come back to serve you in some way. So don't give up. Okay, we have the Knight of Fire. I was going to say this could be your soulmate, but I don't feel it. I don't feel that. I feel this is more about how the energy just changed for you. You know, there's a lot of passion in this card. And I feel like this card is talking about a few different things. Again, I think it's talking about those who are on the verge of giving up on something that you've been working on, something that you're passionate about. I feel what it's telling you is, you know, perhaps even this queen came along and put you back on the right track, or will put you back on the right track. I feel like helpful people will just be put in place for you. Nine of Earth, beautiful. So listen, when you don't give up, you get the Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is that ability to now enjoy the luxuries of life. You know, it's so funny because I was just talking about that business and don't give up. And the Nine of Pentacles is about successful self-employment. So, beautiful card showed up at just the right time. So it's telling you that what you're working on will be successful, even though it felt like hell to bring it to this point. Keep going, and it will allow you to enjoy the luxuries of life. And it doesn't always mean financial, but I feel finance is a part of it. But I also feel it's more than that. Like much more than that. Listen, it's independence. No wonder this queen is here. She's all about independence. Even within a relationship, she's still independent. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's go on to the soulmate and this Queen of Air. Soulmate and this Queen of Air. Unity. It's about tradition, spiritual organizations. You know, it's about making that effort to surround yourself with like-minded people instead of people who just don't get you or just don't try to get you. You know, I feel you know, this can be in religion, this can be in spirituality, could really be in anything, you know, but you know, it could certainly be, you know, two people who find that they do things very similar. Like on Fridays, they wash their car. On Tuesdays, they do their laundry, and so do you. Their favorite thing to do on a Saturday night is go to the movies. And same for you. That kind of thing. Knight of Earth. Excuse me. Knight of Earth, first of all, is a slow-moving energy. It's a slow-moving energy, but it is an energy of, number one, telling us to honor our commitments. Any previous commitments we make, you know, it is about honoring them. It's also a card of your guardian angel. So listen, maybe your guardian angel is bringing you together with this soulmate. This could be, you know, another earth sign. So Virgo or Capricorn. With the Knight, it'd be someone who's younger than you. Someone's younger with you, but you know, just because they're younger than you doesn't mean that they can't think like you. You know, or they haven't evolved the same as you. It's not a big age difference, by the way. Okay? It's not someone who's 60 dating an 18-year-old. Let's do one more card in that, but I want to shuffle. That was half my deck, so I'm going to shuffle it this way. Could very well be a Virgo here we're talking about. Six of Air. Six of Swords. Great card, because the Six of Swords is similar to the 10. You know, it's the difficulty coming to an end. the Six of Air, things are looking up again. Some of you could be taking a trip. You could be going abroad. You could be going abroad with this knight. Beautiful. King Cups. So for some of you, it's water. Of your age. Okay, at least evolving on, yeah, I feel it's more your age, to be honest. A couple years here or there, but I do feel this is of your age. And I feel good about this. I feel this is someone who's going to be very trustworthy for you. I feel like this person is someone who has your back, period. Both ways. Like you will have their back and they will have your back. No questions asked. Don't mess with my girl. Don't mess with my guy. And I don't mean that as in flirting. I mean, you know, someone trying to harm. You would step up in a second. You would take a bullet for him. You know, this could also mean that some of you are getting over this younger earth sign. Getting over a younger earth sign. And the king is coming in. Because with the Six of Air in between that, that's what it feels like. You know, maybe there was difficulty here. But it's the end of that. And things are going to start looking up again. And then you have this king who walks in. You know, and this king is about knowing that you can trust them. Male, female, same sex, doesn't matter, okay? So, that could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Sun, Moon, or Rising. And listen, if the message fits you, but it's not a water sign, understand it doesn't have to be a water sign, okay? It just means that this is how they're going to be. This is how they're going to act. Okay, but they don't have to be a water sign. It's just someone that I feel that, you know, for some of you, this person's already here. But I feel like when you meet this person or when you met this person, I just feel like you knew. Like you knew. You knew this is someone you could give your heart to. And they would listen. They would do anything. I feel like this person who came in for you has been, I don't want to say like searching for their soulmate, but because I don't feel like they have been like in this desperate mode. But they very much wanted a soulmate, just like you. Just like all of us, right? Okay, I feel really good about this person. So, again, because we're in the present here, for some of you, this person just came in, and for others, this person is coming in, okay, is coming in. Now, this could also be the soulmate from your younger years. Because we do have a knight, and then we have a king. So it certainly could be that, too. Or not two, all of the above. All right, let's go above here. Engagement and the Two of Cups. You know, the Two of Cups starts with forgiveness. So it lets us know that somewhere along the line, someone needed forgiveness. I don't feel like it's anything tough. You know, not forgiveness for cheating, something like that. Just forgiveness for, you know, maybe they're just not able to, you know, let's look at it this way. You know, we're Earth, more grounded, right? And water signs are more emotional. Now, there's a beautiful side to that, though, because they allow their emotions to flow. The majority. Of course, not all of them. But that's one of their beautiful characteristics. And, you know, I feel like a lot of earth signs do end up with water because of that. Okay. Five of Pentacles. So perhaps the conflict was over money. Over money, and for some of you it could be over money and also this new job, not job, but this new business that you're creating. Perhaps your partner did not see eye to eye with it. Especially with the Five of Earth there, because, you know, that is a card where we worry about, you know, when we're self-employed, it's like, we're not confident in it, you know? Are we going to be successful? But the answer is yes, you will be. So I feel like that may have been, for those that are a couple, that may have been one of the reasons, you know. Some because of this business, and others, it's just money. It's money. Money, money, money. Queen of Water. Queen of Cups. Got the Queen and the King here. You know, and they're all, and both of them are about trust. You know, and I love this because, listen, we have engagement. And engagement. I'm sorry, I keep putting my arm up there. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Two of Cups. Relationships that come back together. That grow closer. You know, the positive resolution of a conflict. The Queen. Relationships that develop to a new level. So there's a few of you who, you know, your relationships have been rocky, and it, again, may be over money, but it's changing. It's coming closer and closer. Or the two of you are becoming closer and closer. There's the Queen. Well, you know, where this fear of money was, excuse me, here you are, Taurus. You know, here you are coming in with a very credible business plan type thing. You know, now you can back up your words. That's what I feel like. Now you can show the proof, so to speak. For others, this could be your queen that you're becoming engaged to. Or you, Taurus, are asking for someone's hand in marriage. And if you are, I feel like the answer is absolutely yes. Okay, I don't know why I didn't go down here, but let's go down here real quick. Oop. No, they came out by themselves. At the Knight of Air, Knight of Swords. Getting a lot of knights, right? this night moves quickly. So it's something that comes in quickly. This is also about creativity, though, too. You know, it's air. So, you know, it's through the thoughts and, you know, the imagination, our artistic self that allow us to grow. Some of you, this could be, you know, you've put something together that's going to take you on the road, and it feels like the response is so much better than you expected, like so much better, but at the same time it is putting you to work immediately, you know, causing this separation perhaps. You know, we loved what you did. This could be writing a book, it could be anything. We loved your work. And we'd love if you could tour, you know, talk about your book, perform your song, you know, whatever it is. You're like, absolutely. The Four of Water, four cups. You know, that's when we feel like we might miss an opportunity. And that's why we've got to react so quickly. But this is also about opening our eyes to the possibilities. You know, you could have started this creative activity, creative endeavor, and did not expect it to take off. Again, you know, it's like, all right, maybe some people will get it, but it's like, wow. You know, next thing you know, this is in the near future. So this may not affect, maybe you haven't gotten the call yet. But hey, we like what you're doing. We want to sign you. We want you to be part of our team. But you may have to travel. But the money is fantastic. The Six of Cups. This is reminiscing about our childhood. This could be reminiscing about our soulmate. You know, our soulmate who perhaps we haven't seen since we were in our early 20s, our teens, what have you. This is like the happy memories of. Man, things are moving fast for you guys this month. Fast, fast, fast. Wherever there were delays, they're over now. You know, be careful because this feels like a month where there's so much happening for you, and most of it feels positive, but at the same time, when there's so much going on, make sure you take the time to care for yourself at the same time, okay? Because that can that can be stressful too. So it's, you know, it's like I want to tell you to have some kind of plan in place. If you're traveling, you know, and you're staying at hotels, use that gym. You know, use the gym. Even if you feel exhausted, it's going to help you in the long run. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You know, be careful what you're putting into your body. And for some of you, if this is sport, you know, you're traveling due to sports, you have no choice but to do that, right? Because it's like everyone's watching you anyway. Well, there you go. Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. Too much going on at once. But yet at the same time, it's about settling into it with, you know, with ego in check. Making sure, even when there's a lot of things going on, that we try to keep ourselves, I guess, playful or lighthearted. That's the word. In a place of gratitude. because it's easy to become overwhelmed and then forget how thankful we really are. So take a moment just for gratitude alone. Okay, I want to find out more about the soulmate. I think there's more to this story. Engagement, I don't know. It's like we have the Queen of Waters and the Queen of Earth. So, this could very well be Taurus asking someone to marry them. Or, it doesn't have to be marriage. You're asking for commitment. Maybe moving in together, that kind of thing. It certainly doesn't have to be marriage. So this could be you asking, or another earth sign is asking you, or for some, it could be a water sign. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a few cards on soulmate because I know that's what you guys want to know. So remember, so far we have the Queen of Pentacles and Water and Cups. Earth and Water. I'm going to do 6 cards, and I'm going to put 2 cards on soulmate, and then 6 cards below. Congratulations, by the way, to those who, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, I feel like there's some NFL players who, I don't know. I feel like it's some NFL players who are going to, not to training camp, but I'm not sure. I'll have to clarify that. There could be an NFL player who just met their soulmate. So something with an NFL player. Chariots, beautiful. Chariot could be Cancer. 10 of Fire. 5 of Waters. 5 of Cups. The Fool. Balance. 3 of Earth. Let's start with soulmate up here. So we have the 5 of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. 5 of Wands is, it can be, we have competing goals with someone. But that's not what I feel. I feel this is I feel like this is 2 people who just were going 2 different ways. And by the way, I feel like you were meant to. Okay? But with the Ace here, here's this new beginning again. So this is the coming back together. Oh no, I can't pull that one. I already had that. That's so funny. I had the 8 and another 8 comes up. Okay, well, it's clear that some of you went to school together. So that should be a hint, because I do feel like you went to school together with the Eight of Earth here. And some of you may be going back to the town that you went to school, whether that be college or high school. It's like you're taking a trip back home, or what feels like back home. This is probably where your soulmate lives. This could be the other way too. You may live in the same town that you went to high school or to college, and your soulmate left the town and now they're coming back. Whatever it is, they're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back together. I feel for some you might have a high school reunion, a college reunion, some type of reunion. Could even be a family reunion, but I feel like there's a lot of people. You know, if you have a big family or they have a big family. But it's like a coming together, a group of people coming together. It's like to celebrate something. And I feel like for some of you Taurus, you're a little worried. You're a little worried, like, oh my God, I haven't seen them in so long. They're going to look at me and think I'm so old, or think I'm so fat, or so this. And you're wrong. And remember, they have grown too. So however old you are, so are they. Listen, when it's soulmate love, it's so beyond what someone looks like. That may have been like the initial attraction, but that falls very quickly. And it is about your heart. It is not about what you look like. And by the way, I feel like they've seen pictures of you anyway. So I feel like anything's this big surprise. Don't put a lot of worry in that, okay? Don't put a lot of worry in that, because you're going to come across different than what you really are. And there's just no need for that. No need. No need. Falling back in love. Falling back a new home. So maybe you're going back for this reunion, or they're coming back for this reunion and decide, you know what? I'm just going to stay here. Well, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Because you are coming back together. So, hey, you know, and we have the Six of Swords, and that, you know, that can certainly mean travel. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to close that out. And let's look down here real quick. So we have the Chariot with the Dreamer. Hello. By the way, 3 major arcanas out of 6. And we have water, fire, water, earth. So let's start with the Chariot. Listen, I feel like this is speaking to those of you who are going to be traveling for this new adventure. This new adventure that you've created, and people are just going to love it. Followed by the Fool, right? The Fool. Yeah, the unknown. He doesn't know what lies ahead, but that does not stop him. He walks through the fear, because there's going to be fear. I mean, but you know, another way to look at it, it's adrenaline. You know, it's adrenaline, but I feel like as soon as you get on that stage or get on that playing field, whatever it is you're doing, you'll just come alive and that fear will go away. This is kind of beautiful. I feel a lot of major success coming to you. So we have the Ten of Wands, with Major Arcana balance. So 10 of Wands, stress. Life is out of balance. Balance. Needing to get balance in our life. Needing to be patient. I feel like some of you may be quitting your jobs. You may be moving on to another job. I don't feel this is sudden. I don't feel like the Fool applies in this situation. I feel like this is something that you had planned ahead, and I feel like there's a new job coming to you, but it's not coming. I feel like it's coming from word of mouth. Like you told a friend, and your friend told a friend, who then told a friend, and then they come to you. Because it's like you have the perfect qualifications they're looking for. And can I tell you, I feel like for some of you, this job you're in, they may be working you to death. Like literally working you to death, but not paying you what you deserve. So you've been wanting to move out of this job for a while. It's going to happen. If this is for you, and if this is what you want. I do feel like it is more, listen, put your resumes out and, do all that, but also tell people. Put it on Facebook. Like not a resume, but hey guys, by the way, I'm looking, whatever you do, I'm looking to advance my career. I'm looking to move in this direction. If you hear anything, can you let me know? Well, how quickly can that get around? So I do, again, feel like it is through word of mouth that you land this new position. And we have the Five of Waters and the Three of Earths. So I think you had this, right? I think you just had that. So again, Five of Waters, the crying over spilt milk card. Not seeing the positive in a situation, only seeing the negative. And we see the negative because things didn't turn out exactly the way we planned. Well, perhaps they turned out better. Perhaps they turned out better than you could have even imagined. This is the Three of Pentacles is about the power of your creativity, the power of your uniqueness. The amount of work that you put into a project, and then the recognition of it. So maybe for some of you, this is you, like, I hate my job, or however it fits. It doesn't have to be a job, but it's something that you definitely want to change. There's something you want to change, but you haven't put the effort so much into changing it. I feel like that is going to start moving also in a positive way. I just feel like helpful people are going to be put in place for you. I feel like this is all about perfect timing. Perfect timing. Alright, so we're just going to do a couple cards of clarification right here. I'm looking at balance, number 14, which is a 5 in numerology, which can be that of the present moment. So, balanced talks about waiting for perfect timing. Well, being a 5, and I have a 5 here too, that perfect timing, I feel, is coming now. with the Two of Earth going on again. So just keep the energy light. Keep the energy light. Remember, the stresses that you're going through right now are coming to an end if you allow them, though. You have to allow it, too. You know, you got to be willing to change your energy. There's that Knight again. Great speed. 7. I feel like this is the evolution of you leaving your job. And the World again. Well, perhaps it's time for you to leave your job. Again, you know, the completion of a cycle. Maybe you were meant to move on. The High Priestess, beautiful. It's about listening to our intuition. You know, the High Priestess, you know, you carefully consider what it is you want before acting, but then you put the action in behind it. So you decide, how do I want to move this? And then put that action in. You know, where you feel confused, listen to your intuition. I feel June, it's like everyone's intuition is going to be on fire. Beautiful. The Star. Beautiful. Now, I have to mention, for some of you, you could certainly have cancer. Not have cancer, but have a cancer person in your life. And then the Star. Oh, I love this. Let's look at the image on the card. The Star represents Aquarius. But I don't feel this is a person. I feel like this is showing you, after all these changes, after you put yourself first, you walk through your fear, you are now on the right path. You can walk on this path with confidence, holding your head up high. You know, this is about, the Star is about it's that feeling of knowing that I have come home. I can make long-term plans. You know, I don't have to worry about all this stuff going on. I've settled that area of my life. I'm ready for this new chapter. And now I can make these positive, optimistic long-term plans. This is about happy times, not stressful times. This is about enjoyment, joy, independence. You know, it's about whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you feel good shall be yours. But remember, we're being asked to also turn our energy away from this Ten of Wands, because that's ending, and let it go and start moving forward in a positive way. Four of Air. There's that vacation. You know, a Four of Swords can mean that, you know, you're feeling overworked. For some of you, this could certainly mean, you know, like when you leave your one job, why don't you like add a week, you know, before you start your new job? Like, give yourself a week. Give yourself a little bit of time to just chill out for a little while, because you've been working too hard. So maybe you take a week, maybe you take a month before you move into this new position. I feel like you're able to do this, because I feel like your new employer. Or, listen, this could be many of you becoming self-employed, so you can do your own schedule. You got to be careful with that, though, because, you know. And for some of you, it's that vacation home. I'm going to leave you with this, though. The Star. And I feel like this is for all of you. I mean, you guys will have to let me know in the comments, but I feel the energy is getting lighter and lighter. And like a sense of joy is slipping back in again. Do your part, though. If you're down, like, do something about it. You know what I'm going to say. Put on happy music. Put on a funny movie. Go for a jog. Do something. Don't allow yourself to sit in misery. Because this is for you guys. This is for you. But it's asking you to make the positive. You know, make the time, or not the time, but make the effort to think about your emotions and understand that you don't have to accept what you're feeling at this moment. If you're sad, call a friend. You know, get me out of my house. Like, get my mind off of this. There's a million different ways you can do this. Meditate. But do something. Don't do nothing. Do something. And when you do, it's like, you know, wishes coming true. Wishes coming true. For my beautiful Taurus. Soulmate love. Relationships coming back together. We've had a lot of separations, guys. I know that. A lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of confusion within relationships. You know, it just feels like everything's starting to turn on both ends, like both partners, you know, seeing reality. So enjoy this time. Enjoy this time, please. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you to death. I hope to see you in a week or two. I'm going to be doing a few special videos that I'll put out. And I think I'm going to start doing a couple live ones too. So definitely subscribe if you're interested in that, okay? If you're interested in seeing them or taking part of the live events, okay? All right, guys, I love you. Have a beautiful month. Thank you. Bye-bye.